Hello everyone, Andrew Kim here from CADENZA Practice App. This is part 3 of the student tutorial series. If you haven't seen the first 2 parts, you can find them on the CADENZA Practice App YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be exploring the lesson interface and how to take a lesson from start to finish. Let's begin. From your teacher list view, click on List of Lessons or Latest Lesson to open up a lesson. Remember from our last tutorial that lessons are sorted by date. This is the lesson interface. Here, you can see all the information you need about your lesson. There are many different lesson types in Cadenza, including repertoire, theory, technique, and much more. They are labeled and color-coded so that you can quickly identify what type of work you have to do in the week. For example, on this lesson, we can see that it is an ear training task, and it's color-coded by being yellow. In this little box on the right, you can see your targets. This is how many times you will need to practice this specific lesson or task. You can easily see how many more practice sessions that you need. If your teacher has attached any documents for you, for example sheet music, it will be found in this little box as well as a link. Simply click it to open it or download it. To begin your practice session, click on Start Practice. This will start a timer for you. You'll know the timer starts when the little clock icon turns orange. At this point, keep this page open and go practice. When you're finished, there are a number of things that you can do before you click on End Practice. If you have any files that you need to upload to show your teacher, you can do that by clicking on the plus symbol under My Attachments. This could be attaching a completed theory worksheet, for example. If your teacher wants you to upload a video of yourself, you can do that by clicking the plus symbol under the Media Annotator. Just browse for your file on your computer and upload it. If you're using your phone, just browse through your photo library to upload your video. You can also choose to notify your teacher that you've completed a practice session. This is totally up to you and your teacher. The last parts of the lesson are the self-reflection component. You can use the smiley faces to give a quick idea of how you felt about your practice session. Did you feel good or bad about it? You can use the comments section to make any other comments that you may have for your teacher. And you can use the next step section to make comments about what you want to improve on and how you will achieve it. It's incredibly important that you remember to click on End Practice once you're finished. Otherwise, the practice session will not be saved to Cadenza. At the end of your week, you can click on the reflection button here, which is different from the reflections on your individual tasks or practice sessions. Here, you can also use the smiley faces to show your teacher how you felt overall about your week. Then, you can type up a reflection about the entire week of practicing. Cadenza has some prompts to get you thinking. Use the cycle button here until you find a prompt that you like. Cadenza places a strong emphasis on self-reflection for its users. It is so important for musicians to think about their own playing and progress, and to think about their strengths and areas of improvement. After you finish your reflection, add any other comments that you like, and you're finished. Make sure that you click on the check marks to save your reflection. Once it's submitted, your teacher will be able to read your reflection and offer you feedback. And that covers everything you need to know to take a lesson from start to finish. I've decided to add one extra part to this tutorial that will help you as a student to get the most out of Cadenza. Cadenza is designed to maximize the frequency and consistency of feedback that the student receives from their teacher. I'm going to show you how to access the feedback that you may receive from your teachers. We're going to click here and go to the notification board, which will always notify us of the comments our teacher makes. So we can see here that my teacher has left comments on both my practice session and on my reflections. We're going to check out my teacher's comments on my practice session first. So here we can see that my teacher has left me some next steps. And he also replied to one of the comments that I left on my practice session. We're also going to take a look at the media annotator and how it can be used for feedback. Cadenza's media annotator allows for teachers and students to make comments on videos at a precise moment in the music. This allows teachers to point out details in your playing at the right time. For example, my teacher has left me 2 comments on the video that I uploaded. As you can see, this is incredibly useful for us students because the feedback appears right when it happens and then disappears shortly after. I now know, as a student, when I'm on the right track or if there are things that I need to work on. Because teachers can respond to just about any comment or content that the student submits, it makes it really easy to communicate with your teacher and receive the feedback that you need to improve. Let's go back to our notification board and look at the comments that my teacher left on my reflections. Here, I can see that my teacher has not only read my reflection, but also given me some words of affirmation, as well as some next steps for me to take. Well, that concludes this final part of the student tutorial series. I hope that this series has been helpful for you, and once again, thank you for choosing CADENZA Practice App.